Attention terrorists, hold on. Here's Tara's Daily Rant.
You know, on my Telegram channel, somebody asked me, hey, Tara, do you still think... This is what I've been saying for a while. A lot of people say America's dying, America's dead. Well, yeah, America in its current form, the form we've known for most of our lives, is pretty much toast. I think we can all agree on that. But I've been arguing for a while that what's actually dying is federalism, federal system, the federal government. States are getting stronger and stronger and stronger, particularly the states. This will continue to happen. That are still recognizably American. There are a lot of post-American territories in this country that are virtually unrecognizable as American. They don't have American culture. They don't have American-style justice systems. They don't have American-style justice precedents. They really don't. They operate as kangaroo courts and third world regimes. They're coming more and more to resemble them. But there's other parts of this country that are absolutely thriving. And over the years, the states have begun to forget that they had any power at all. They're beginning to remember. And so what you're going to see is, yes, a fracturing of the country, but I've argued that there's a darn good possibility that we will be freer than we have been in our lifetimes if the trend towards state rule continues. And it's not a trend toward state rule, it's a return to state rule. We were only ever meant to have a very, very weak central government that really did very little but provide for the common defense. A little trade regulation if it crossed state lines. They were only there to settle disputes. The EPA is unconstitutional. The Department of Education completely unconstitutional. Most everything the federal government does is unconstitutional. It's going broke. It's going broke at a rapid rate of speed. It's going to go... That rate of speed is going to accelerate this year as Saudi Arabia drops the petrodollar and OPEC does too. But don't confuse the dissolution, the disintegration of the federal system, which was never supposed to be what it is right now, with the disintegration of America. They're two separate things. In fact, the federal disintegration we're seeing may be a good thing. We don't need all of it. The Founding Fathers never intended the federal government to get as big as it was. That's why they included almost no funding sources for it. Up until about 100 years ago, the federal government, there was no income tax. A lot of people don't know this. They had to add an amendment to get the income tax. Turns out it'd be a death sentence for the country in its current, in its old form. It was only ever supposed to be funded through tariffs. That's it. It was on purpose to starve it of oxygen, i.e. cash it needed to get big. None of this was ever supposed to happen. In fact, the best thing that we could do as a country is repeal the amendment that gave us the income tax and go back to starving the federal government. Return to state power. Return to a time. Look, folks, a little over 100 years ago, there wasn't even an FBI. We don't need these things. We don't need an agency at the federal level to violate the First Amendment on a daily basis and censor us. We don't need any of it.
Terrorists want it. Hear the Tara Show weekday mornings on 106.3 WORD and the Odyssey app.